Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we get to this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready! Cowboy 80! Ready!
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Now maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
It's a loss of 2.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Another game to Judkins. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag.
Get it! 19-18!
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready! Panther 60! Panther 60!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And they'll have a short field to take advantage of. This doesn't make it very far and bounces harmlessly out of bounds at the 40. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
11 mighty! 11 mighty! Gun, gun! Stop! Can! Stop!
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
12. Here we go.
Another one for Cook. He's out in the clear. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go.
It's Judkins on the counter. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on. Set.
Another one for Judkins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Working now from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. Offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. That's taken on the 7. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
At their own 15-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Big 13.
Situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Straight ahead.
When you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
11. What's this set? 180. Right side.
Throw here, 3rd down. Defender arrives right ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
So on fourth down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. They'll run here on first down. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Set.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll go play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Here we go. Set. At the 60. At the 60. Cougar 19.
Judkins headed right. And the run will not get there. They're turned away right near that marker. Now it's fourth down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun. 1-0. 180. That.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. That.
Burrow to the air now. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
I'm one. Ready?
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
11 empty. Here we go. 180.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. He'll put everything he's got behind it. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns trim the lead to 1.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 3.
One, ready?
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Los hot.
Enough from the pistol to Cook. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
New set of downs from 37.
Here we go.
First down, and they go right back to it. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's 2nd down.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
11. Let's get set. 180. Stop.
On the handoff, here's Scattergood. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. Going right back to Scattergood. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
At the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Play action now. Burrow connects on the crosser. And they They make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter.
On one, ready?
That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake.
Here we go.
And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down, Burrow to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
On 2nd and 10 now. It's Burrow. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
11.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 11 MT. Wide 80. Wide 80 shot.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
11. Let's get set. Wide 80. Stop.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ooh, it puts some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson on the left hash, 34 yards away. McPherson's kick is good, and that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Browns 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Shut up. 60 by 60.
On first down, they'll run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
Back to the well again. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Set. 70 Lions. Stick up.
Back now, pressure coming. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
And 10 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Into the hands of the rookie from UCLA. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Browns first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pass to 60. Let's go.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. It's inside the 10. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone. But what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
You know, one secret ingredient on these jet sweeps to take off like that, Kate, it's timing. We talk about timing and precision in the passing game, but it's the same thing on a jet sweep. You got to hand it off just at the right time to capture an edge like he just did.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Liking 18.
Judkins. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
It's Judkins again. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 2nd quarter lead. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns take a 4-point lead.
14, Bengals 10.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Right 80. Stop.
This is Cook on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. Second down now. They need 7.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Finds him on the crossing route. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call.
Gun. Stop. 180. Slow. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
3rd and long for him here. He's got a man left. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Ryan Rico on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Motioning left is their running back. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25. Working quickly here.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Japanese camera wolf.
He's going to throw it. A little screen pass for Judkins. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down from the 42.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're going play action. He put everything he had into this one. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns drive their lead to 11.
Bengals 10.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He finds him over the middle. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
A gain of 9.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, Browns opting to go with a dime set defensively.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that brings up fourth and short. So as they face fourth down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. And that one's going to back the offense up just a bit here. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's second and long. Throwing now off the play action. This winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go, here we go. Nike,
He'll throw it. He's going deep. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Here's the final play of our first half.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut. 180. Cut.
Now it's Cook. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's completed right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Now, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Now Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
12. 11 Thomas. 12. Let's get set. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. 11. Stop. 11. Stop.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And This is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
On my play sheet, Kate, I've got draws and screens in the same area. Those are the areas you want to attack a defense when they're getting too far upfield. That defense got upfield, and that draw did the rest.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
11 MT. Here we go. Stop.
Now run by Cook. He gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
11 Thomas. Gun. Stop. Wide 80. Stop.
Another one for Cook. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. A momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
11 MT, Kate. 11. Here we go. Stop.
Scattaboo does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Down.
Gets it again. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
On 2.
Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal.
12. Let's get set. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Has this at the 6. They crush it right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Go! 60 bicep, 60 bicep.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
At the 60, at the 60.
To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
70 Lions.
Judkins out the middle. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Let's go.
Motioning him from the slot right.
60 Eagles. Check go.
They go to him again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. They move 2 yards closer. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. And he's going to score a touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 42. 180.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Gun, gun. Stop. Hey, stop.
Again, it's Cook. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The 28-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
What is it? Can we score? Let's pick it up.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
12. Here we go. Wide 80.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Bengals have a first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's taken down at the 30. So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11. Let's get set. Can. Stop.
Burrow to the air now. Finds his fullback. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
One, ready?
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's Cook. Running in the red zone. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a James Cook touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals cut it to a field goal game.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. He dodged the tackle. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And the Bengals get to it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
On 1, ready?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
11 mighty. Here we go. Stop.
Driving forward with Scatterboo. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
And 8.
On one, ready?
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Time.
Burrow. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay,
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
ready. Cowboy.
The running back gets it on the draw. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
On the jump.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Go. 70 Lions.
They give it to him again. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
The Browns,
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
a gain of
Really
15.
2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
Here we go, sack. Cougar 19.
They go play action on 1st down. Gets everything he has under this one. They touch him down at the spot as we wait to hear about this flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Come on, sack. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
They'll run here following the penalty. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Ready.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Sack. Bronco 80.
This time it's a passing play. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running back motions right. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go, here we go. Take off.
Handoff now to Judkins. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Another one for Judkins. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another game to Judkins. No questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Dive play straight ahead. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Playing favorites with the fullback here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
So many offenses will script, Kate, the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Browns holding on to a field goal lead. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Going right back to the fullback. Next play. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They pitch it out to him here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. In the draw here with Judkins. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. Pretty automatic look for him from the left.
So after that make, the field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Setting up to pass. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
2nd and 16 at the 24-yard line.
180. Dot.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns make the play that should win them this game.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
I gotta imagine, partner, there are a lot of folks shaking their heads at seeing that. He has battled interceptions all season, and here, well, he's now been picked off on back-to-back drives.
Yeah, shaking their heads because on this drive and throughout the season, the adjustments just haven't been there. The picks just keep coming week after week after week, and this time, back-to-back series.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Eagles, 60.
Another carry for him. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Ready.
So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag.
Set up. 60 Bison. Hut.
Running it after the penalty. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
Okay, ready.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A pickup of only 2, and now it's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Cincinnati.